So here we go. We got Pato Award next to Marcus Erickson. We're last time out. Then we got Ron Hunter Ray, Jimmy Chadwick, and Danica Patrick. And then we have Dorian Finn, Joseph Newgarden, and then Santino Ferrucci, Graham Ray Hall, Elio Castroneves, Tatiana Calderon, Connor Daly, and then Colin Herta, James Hinchcliffe, Stingray Rob, Roman Grosjean, Catherine Legg, Renus VK, Logan Sargent, then J.R. Hildebrand, next to Smody Petro and Simon Pagano. Hello everyone, I'm the NASCAR Infinity Cup Series, and welcome back to C.A.R.T on Fox. Well, Fox Racing to be precise, and we might remember this one, but now it's time. We're here for round number 2. We're in the United Kingdom. We're at Silverstone, the British Grand Prix. Now, there's some interesting storylines. As you can see, the rain is pouring heavily. And we'll do, as of now, every single kart race is required to have a pace lap. So that's why we're doing a pace lap, but it's raining pretty hard as well. And as you can see, Mez and Scott McLaughlin will not be in this race today because they are competing at the 2.4 hours of Daytona, and they did pretty well. They finished second in LMP2, in which they were competing in the LMP2 class, and they finished second in LMP2. So great job to them. And big congratulations to the winners of the 2.4 hours of Daytona. They will be mentioned in a comment on our social page. But as of now, it's been a pretty interesting weekend for karts. This is our first race here at Silverstone, and we're live here on Fox Racing. But as of now, it's been looking pretty interesting, again, for these kart drivers. There's Joseph Newgarden subbing in for Mez. He is in his car, number 22 car. And basically all of Team Koenigsegg's drivers, there are two main drivers, Mez and McLaughlin, are not racing today, so they brought in some more drivers, or substitute drivers, so they can fit in their cars. And you can see that one was Joseph Newgarden. Then we have a guy who is no stranger to open wheel racing. That's Elio Castroneves. A long-time Indy 500 champion comes into this race, and he is ready to go. This is his first time racing at CART, and this is his first time racing for Team Koenigsegg. And so it'll be interesting to see how Koenigsegg in their first year at CART dives into this new season, because it's been pretty interesting. There's been a lot of interesting storylines around the team, making them probably the most unique of them all. Pato Award on pole position, as mentioned, so it'll be interesting to see how he will adapt to this course. And as you can see, it's been pretty much an interesting weekend for Team McLaren. They came so close to winning the last race at Circuit of the Americas in Texas. Let's see how they can do in the United Kingdom. Alright, here we go, boys. The pace cars are to pull up towards pit road, and we'll be getting ready for our first pace car rolling start here at CART. And it's time to find out who will take the win. The pace car pulls down towards pit road, and it's time to get ready. Green flag is on. We're about to go racing in 3, 2, 1, roar! Lots of hustle and bustle and argy-bargy as we're rolling down as the drivers make moves. Here comes Dorian Finn around the outside, Danica Patrick, and the McLaren. The two girls are side by side. Dorian Finn, the F1 Academy champion, going after Danica, and with the inside line, she'll hold on. Just barely hanging on and I'm beating the Martini Porsche. And the rain will just continue to go heavy for moments. I'm getting worried the rain might continue for a while, but there is a slight possibility that the rain will light up as here comes Newgarden. Newgarden trying to make a move, but meanwhile, Pato Award already being pressurized by our last race winner. The winner of the first race, that'd be Marcus Ericsson, but Award will lead the lap as Ericsson sets the fastest lap of the race. My goodness, these Andretti cars have been absolutely fast recently. There is a Monster Energy Nissan Arenas VK. He's been doing pretty well so far, and Marcus Ericsson still trying to get the lead away from Pato Award, who's leading the race. There's Dorian Pan, the Martini Porsche. She's doing pretty well so far. And there's Colin Herta in the DHL Cadillac, still trying to make moves as well. And there's Elio Castroneves now in 10th. And then Danica Patrick. Now she is going to pressurize Jamie Chadwick, Dorian Finn's teammate, to the outside. Can she make a move? There is a little bit of overtaking power left on this McLaren. To the outside. There's side by side. It's a turn. And I think she might have. Yes, she did. She's ahead. Meanwhile, Ryan Hunter-Reay under pressure. Ryan Hunter-Reay trying to get past his teammate. And as a matter of fact, he did. Hunter-Reay now in front of Marcus Ericsson. Well, look at this. Ericsson fighting back against his team, and the two Andretti cars are going after each other. They're trying to make a move to the inside, and it will not work out. Now, Ryan Hunter-Reay, now to second place, a long time veteran driver, is now up and into second place. What a move by Ryan Hunter-Reay. And by the way, Sammy Robb in the C.A.R.T sport car has a 5-second penalty for a collision that you saw in the first lap. But as of now, it's looking pretty strong for Danica as she will chase after the two Andretti cars, hopefully come up behind her teammate, that being Pato Award. Look at Newgarden, though. Ahead of his teammate, Elio Castroneves, the two Koenigsegg drivers with substitute drivers. And there's Sammy Robb. He has a 5-second penalty for causing a collision on the first lap. A tough break for the C.A.R.T sport driver. The C.A.R.T sport, they're basically a new team. They just revealed a new F1 livery, and this has been pretty interesting so far. On board with Danica Patrick, and there is Marcus Ericsson, Dorian Finn. I think she is trying to go after her teammate, Jamie Chadwick. Pato Award still out in front, and he has the lead. Not really sure what else is going to happen as Award continues to lead the race. But right now, the two Andretti drivers, they'll be coming after him just a little bit. And speaking of which, his teammate Danica Patrick is still trying to chase after the two Andretti drivers. And right now, I guess you could say, pretty soon they'll be in a sandwich. Look at this though! The two Koenigsegg drivers are going after Elio Castroneves and Newgarden. To the outside goes Castroneves. He'll make the move. But Newgarden with the inside line. They almost touch a little bit there. They almost make contact as they come around the final quarters, and Newgarden regains a spot ahead of his teammate Elio Castroneves. But now to the outside. Here comes Castroneves. He's going to try to make a move to the outside. Is it going to work out? I think it might. They're still side by side. The two Koenigsegg drivers are now absolutely close. Now, we weren't expecting to see this. That's not even Mr. Maz or Scott McLaughlin. These are two drivers substituting for them. And I think Newgarden will stay ahead. But the question is for how long? The rain is lighting up. But right now, I think he got it. And yes, he has. What a move. Newgarden's out in front of his teammate. Oh, they almost touched. They almost went after it again. But right now, Newgarden is out in front of his teammate. Incredible stuff. And now we're just going to take a look, and well, here's Danica Patrick. And I was about to mention the rain is like, oh, it stopped. The rain has stopped. I just said the rain might stop, and it looks like it has. So the question is, when will the drivers come in for dry tires? When will they come in for slicks? The question is, when are they going to do it? What's going to happen then? Look at this. Here comes Captain Evans. The power is open. And War's on in front. Captain Evans did not get ahead of New Garden. There's Sexy Ferrucci. He just complained on the radio saying the track will drive very quickly. When do we pit? He's asking the question that we're thinking of. When do they come in the pits? I think they're coming in now. The two Koenigsegg drivers are now in the pits. They're in the pits. In comes New Garden and Castro Neves. Oh, wow. This is actually kind of surprising. They come in now. Isn't that a little bit of gambling, though? This might be huge. Castro Neves leaves the pits almost in front of the Monster Energy Nissan. Connor Daly is about to leave the pits as well. There's a lot of double stacking going on. Simone Silvestro and the Reynolds is now in the pits. And here comes a Ward. Look at these guys. They're still out on wets. But the question is, again, when will the track dry up and when do they come in? Because you never know. The track could very well dry up. But I think we should think about the strategy plan. There's Simon Pagano. He's out in front of wets. And I think some of them might have made a little bit of a mistake. They should have waited at least a little bit, maybe like the next lap or two, about when to come in to change from wets to slicks. So that will be pretty surprising. We'll see the leaders come in. I think the track now should be dry. It should be at least be somewhat dry enough to the extent where they can fit in 4 slicks. And yes, in come the leaders. Danica Patrick Wells in as well. And it'll be double stack. And yes, and look at that. The others coming in. They're all coming in. All the drivers that are currently on wet tires, they all are going to come in and change tires. And they're going to go from wets to slick tires. Jamie Chadwick and Dorian Penn are in the pits, and there's a little bit of traffic going on right there. Danica Patrick is ahead of Marcus Ericsson and the other Andretti, the Cadillac drivers, or at least something. And they're coming in. There's Catherine Lick and the HRT and J.R. Hildebrand. They're in the pits, and there's New Garden ahead of Simon Pagano. Yes, look at that. The track is definitely drying up. Now you really got to come in to change the slicks. And they're pitting now, but a Ward is still out in front. And Danica Patrick is now, she's now at third. She's on the podium. And there is Marcus Ericsson. She'll be chasing down Jamie Chadwick. They're on a different set of tires. So now the question is, what do you do now? And you can see right there, with their flickering lights, the track is still somewhat, a little bit damp, if you will. It's a little bit slick. It's like a skating rink. So what's going to happen then? I really do wonder, though, what might happen with these drivers. And look at the track. Now it's really starting to get somewhat dry, to the point where you almost can't see the reflections of the lights that are blinking right now. You can still see there's a tad bit of spray at some parts of the track, but not to the extent where there's a lot of complete slick, or at least wetness on a track. And here comes Ericsson. He might make a move on the Martini Porsche. Did he go to the inside? No. He has to back off, and I don't blame him. Lap 8 out of 13. We have one base lap and then the other. The track is dry, but the question is, who is going to hang on to win? We'll find out when we come back on Fox Racing. We'll be right back. You are watching C.A.R.T on Fox Racing. Welcome back. We're at round 2, Silverstone, and we originally started on the wets of the track. The track was very wet. It was raining heavily. Oh, now it's still overcast, but the track is dry. And we are still ready to rumble here at Silverstone. In the pits now comes Helio Castro Neves in the Connie Cassette car. He's in the pits. He's going to change tires, and he's off and he's rolling. We got more of them coming in the pits. Now, James Hinchcliffe in the Monster Energy Nissan. Oh my! That is going to be a problem come post race. That might be a disqualification for James Hinchcliffe because that was an unsafe release. He got right in front of Logan Sargent in the Racing Bulls car, and he just jumped right in front of him. Pagano, or at least Simone di Silvestro, is in the pits as well. That was shocking. I did not see that coming. That was very surprising. And meanwhile, Pato O'Ward, the race leader, is in the pits, as well as Ryan Hunter-Reay. And Danica Patrick will have the lead, but Marcus Ericsson once again has just set the fastest lap of the race. But O'Ward, what chance will he have? We got a few laps left in this kart race here in the United Kingdom. So it'll be very shocking and very surprising to see what's going to happen as here comes Ericsson. The inside, this will be an easy pass. And once again, Danica Patrick, she's got to be feeling disappointed. 2 races in a row that she has had some bad luck. And McLaren as a general has had some really bad luck. They've been dominating a lot of the race, but every time they do that, Andretti just pulls tricks out of the shadows, and they do whatever the heck they want to do. And oh no, there's another unsafe release. That's J.R. Hildebrand. J.R. Hildebrand right in front of Catherine Legg. Oh, what's going on here? The roles are reverse. It was James Hinchcliffe in a Monster Energy Nissan and unsafe release on a V-carb. Now the opposite happens, with the exception that was an HRT car. That's not a V-car, even a Monster Energy Nissan car. And O'Ward just had to pass the second sector. But we might have some DQs come post-race. And there might be a lot of disciplinary reaction for these 2 drivers as well. And as of now, Danica's going to come in. Danica Patrick is in the pits, and there's Jamie Chadwick, number 77, but here comes car number 5, Pato O'Ward, out in front, and he's gonna get second, and what could be the lead of the race, because Ericsson's got to pit eventually. I don't think Ericsson will hang on with those type of tires. He's been in the pits. He was in the pits a long while ago, so we might have some drivers dive in the pits a lot more quicker than usual. So you never know. You never know what could happen here at C.A.R.T. And there's Colton Herta. It's actually been a bit of a surprising day for DHL Cadillac. They might be in the points for the first time. Last time out, they didn't score any points. They came close with Colton Herta, but they didn't really score any points. So you never know what could happen here at C.A.R.T. as Ericsson out in front. I think he's definitely looking for 2 wins in a row. But I don't think he'll be able to hang on with those type of tires. And with only like 3 laps to go, the question is, will he really be able to hang on with those tires? Because he's been saying that they're graining a little bit. And with O'Ward, he has a little bit of the fresher tires. So I think O'Ward may have a chance. But Ryan Hunter-Reay is there as well. Danica Patrick, Dorian Penn, and Jamie Chadwick, they won't be able to catch up to them, I don't think. And besides, I think Danica will be able to overtake them anyway. So right now, just between the top 3, they'll go after each other as we're coming to 2 laps to go. And O'Ward is the fastest lap. Hunter-Reay. Wow, the veteran Ryan Hunter-Reay. There's Danica. Look at this, though. The Martini Porsche is going after each other. Dorian Penn and Jamie Chadwick. Zoom. What a move. Pretty interesting move right there. As Ericsson is still at Pro 2 to go. Look at Ryan Hunter-Reay. He's gaining time as well. We might have a 3-car battle for the last lap. Well, on the last lap, I should say. This will be pretty interesting to follow. As Here comes Ericsson. Ericsson is still out in front, but look out for a reward. His tires are green too, but they're green quite actually less than Marcus Ericsson. Now he comes to the inside. Here comes a war. The roles of reverse. Last time out, it was an Andretti car that got past a McLaren. This time out, it might be a McLaren passing an Andretti car to the inside still. They're battling their door to door. But I think Ericsson's going to hang on just for a little bit longer. And Award is saying, well, I got one more chance, but I have to give it my absolute all if I am to get right past Marcus Ericsson. Here they come, out of the final corner, one more time. The white flag is out. One more lap presented by Safe Auto. They round the final turn, and here they come. Well, not exactly the final turn, but they are trying to make a lot of moves right here. Well, at least Award is. Now he's going to go whatever which way he needs to go. But when can he make the move? This is the last lap, and he has to try at least something. There's lap traffic up ahead. Award, he's trying to use a lot of battery power and a lot of power on that McLaren as he can. And he's just hanging on for dear life, Marcus Ericsson. Danica Patrick says the fastest first sector of the race. And look at Hunter Ray. He's in the distance as well. This, again, a three-car battle. Only the top three drivers will go after it. They're going to go after Marcus Ericsson. Ericsson's trying to make it two in a row. Well, Andretti, in general, will try to make it two in a row. But what will happen if they can at least get to the finish line? Now this is the part where any driver can make a move. I think it might be. Oh, look at this. Here comes Hunter Ray. Hunter Ray to the outside. And Hunter Ray will he make the double move to the outside? He does. Right, Hunter Ray. What a pass. Can you believe that? Avestro. She's now in the lap traffic. She's gonna get it. Is she gonna get out of the way this time? She does. And it's a 1-2 finish, two in a row. But it's Ryan Hunter Ray who takes the win. Oh wow, what a finish. Danica Patrick comes on fourth, but a second race in a row. But this time, she'll take the fastest lap of the race. Dorian Finney comes on fifth. Santina Ferrucci is sixth. And here comes Tatiana Calderon as she's going to run the corner. And take a look at this. New Garden, he's going to get points. Or is he going to get sick? But how about Colton Herta? Team DHL Cadillac. They run the final corner. And Colton Herta will get points for Team DHL Cadillac. And New Garden will round out the top 10. And points once again for Team Koenigsegg. Impressive. Jamie Chadwick with a puncture. And she's got a 4-car puncture. And that means Cash Evans, there he goes. And Chadwick will finish 13th. A tough break. And here come the rest of the racers. Now just got word. One car also has a 4-car puncture. I can't really. So, there it is. It's Logan Sargent. The bad day continues for V-Carb Racing Bulls and Logan Sargent. He has a 4-car puncture. What a tough break. Such a pretty bad day for V-Carb. Of course, they're a backmarker team, but I think this time they were at least not looking to finish last, and they didn't quite do that. So that's how it's going to end things off, and he'll come across the line in P21. Well, it's not a win for Andretti, it's just 2 in a row. But this time it's not Marcus Ericsson, it's Ryan Hunter Ray. 2 in a row for Andretti. As a matter of fact, it's a 1-2. Andretti is taking over C.A.R.T. What a moment. I can't really believe this. What a win for the veteran Ryan Hunter Ray. And you got a feel for him. That was pretty close. I thought for a second it would have been all on McLaren. They would at least finally got something, but not this time. They will not get the win. but it will be 2 in a row for Andretti, and McLaren's going to be thinking, we gotta find a way to stop our rivals Andretti, because it was Marcus Ericsson in the first race, and the second race of the season, it's Ryan Ray with the win. And the 2 McLarens will finish 3rd and 4th. What a tough break, and look at this. What a finish for Colton Herta and DHL Cadillac. And Newgarden also scores points for Koenig Seg. That was pretty impressive. That was pretty good. I think that's going to be a pretty awesome race and a pretty awesome win for the Cadillac team. Well, not exactly a win for the Cadillac team, but again, a really good points finish. So yeah, points for Gator Cadillac, and now Ryan Ray. A little bit of point. Look at this, 3 drivers. There are like 3 drivers that have 16 points in the championship. That's pretty impressive. But Marcus Ericsson, that's a pretty good one. And yes, take a look again at the Drivers' Championship. Now the Teams' Championship. Andretti is way clear on Team McLaren. That is definitely going to be impressive to see when we go to our next race in Germany, because that will be pretty impressive to see. We'll see if Andretti can make it 3 in a row, or McLaren, or even Real Lanigan stop them, because next week we are going to Germany. We're going to Hockenheim. So stay tuned, everyone, as we thank you for watching this presentation of C.A.R.T on Fox Racing. Goodbye.